Hi, I'm Jonathan Rhys Meyers, and this is the set of the Tudors. This is the King's Court. This is the main chamber of the King's Court. You see, so when we're shooting something, of course, everything has to be interchangeable. You're seeing it on camera, so you're seeing it bigger than what it is. In real life, it has to be slightly smaller, and the diameters, if you'll notice, the degrees of how the set's built, it's built to give an illusion of size. I have to know it as my home. I have to be really comfortable. You have to imagine that I see this place, I see these pillars, these steps, these chairs, every single day of my life. You see, the thing is about doing period, and any type of period that you're doing, is that you can make the mistake of slowing everything down. Not everything in period has to be precious. Not every word has to be spoken with such clear diction. And you don't have to walk slowly, you don't have to speak quietly. These are not essential. It's the common, perception that you get when you're doing period films, that everything slows down. It doesn't. It contains the same pace as we contain in our life, the speech and how these people live. So in concerns to the court, it's got to be a workable court. It's got to be a workable environment. It's as much a home as it is the world that the Tudors exist in.
I believe these are all just causes for war.
Okay, this room, which you're seeing quite badly, this is the only section actually of the room which is actually could even be semi-worked at the moment. This is actually my presence chamber.
My lords, I demand to know whose subjects are you?
I mean, there's no doubt about it that Henry VIII did not look like me, and I do not look like Henry VIII. There's no point in me trying to argue it. I don't. It may be clever casting for what is required of our series, but if we were going from historical accuracy, it's completely miscast. But that's not what we're going for. We wanted to bring a certain thing, and we were not going to do what other people did before. There's no way. I'm not Robert Shaw, I'm not Charles Lawton, I'm not any of these people, and I don't physically look like Henry. When you ask me to play Elvis Presley, it's really easy to do that. Yeah. But when you ask me to play Henry, the challenge is finding my idea of who Henry is without having the physicality. Because look, if I was 300 pounds and looked like Henry, then everybody would take the performance for granted. Yeah. It's like there. I've got to bring a performance where I cannot rely on anything that's physical about me. It is a disadvantage for me to be my physical self. As for the Holbein painting, I mean, the reason Holbein's painting exists and stays is because it's great art. It's not necessarily what Henry looked like. He believed that a painting of a king should represent power, strength, size, formidable. He wanted it to be formidable. And he wasn't as formidable as you see in the Holbein painting. So what Holbein did was he sketched the painting like any normal painter would do, but then he added little things to it. The calves became bigger. The bulk became more. The power, that powerful stance became more. It's a lie. That's not what Henry looked like.
How dare you look at me? I am your lord and master, not your brother.
I will be happy to move on from this, but it has been an extraordinary learning curve in my career as an actor as well, because it allowed me to sort of be in a show that was successful, and it allowed me to practice. Allowed me to practice what I do, practice as an actor.